Looking at the swing section, first hand, we're going to be playing this just straight ahead swing. One of the first things we want to do though is make sure that we have a good swing feel to it, right? So, boo ba doo ba doo ba doo ba doo ba, where the accent is on the upbeat rather than on the downbeat. A lot of people tend to look at a swing chart and go do ba do ba do ba do like that instead of do ba doo ba doo ba doo ba. And just getting that feel in and of itself is going to be a big deal for making this sound really good. The second thing is to make sure that you've worked on your do dots. Do dot, do dot. Because a lot of these phrases in the beginning of the swing section end with the do dot. So combined with some artful slurring, because obviously I'm not tonguing everything, and we shouldn't actually, it will kill the feel. I'll be slurring certain things, usually tonguing the upbeat and slurring to the downbeat. That way, combined with some do dots at the end of these phrases, we get it to sound like it swings. So at a reduced tempo, I'm going to play through a couple of these things and show you what I'm talking about. So I put a couple of slurs in there. I'm slurring from basically the and of 1 to the downbeat of 3 in the first measure. Slurring from the and of 3 to the downbeat of 4, slurring from the and of 4 to the downbeat of 1, and ending with the do dot. So it's always a good idea to just kind of practice that and get that long, short concept happening with your articulations. So as I go down the page here, we have some entrances on, the ands of 1 or the and of 4 or whatever. We have a lot of those types of anticipations in jazz anyway. In 9, 10, 11, ba do dot da do dot da do dot da do dot. So tons of do dots in there. When we get to measure 14, I think you should give it a little bit of a push and get off on 4. So a good tongue cut off on 4 there. Then in 15 into 16, I kind of gave a little bit of a crescendo through the triplets. So from 16 into 17, I'm keeping that note long and I'm not cutting it off between 16 and 17. I'm playing right into 17. And the do dot right at the beginning of 17. So that's a lot of what's going on. We have some quarter note triplets that are happening in 21 that are just bam, and we hear a lot of that kind of stuff. You probably played a chart with something like that in it already. So as we go along, then I have a couple other cutoffs that I did in here. 26 into 27, I did a -1. And then 30 into 31, right? I'm going to -1 on those as well. Some of those, these are all very strong cutoffs with the tongue. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll play 25 and 26 and into 31. So those are real strong. And this is pretty much the only place you'll ever do this kind of thing anyway, right? You're not going to be playing cutoffs like this in concert band. So the other real tricky part here in the swing is the fall of all things. Because a lot of times when we play a fall, we tend to kind of drop and not fall. So they tend to sound like this. We do a little bit of a valve wiggle and whatever. But what we want to do is we want to blow through the fall very powerfully all the way down, push through it and make a lot of noise and rip through the fall like this. There's a half valve. I could also do it with a little more of a fingers through it and rip it harder. Like that. So it depends on how high it is. A lot of times if I have a fall that's above the staff, then I'm going to really rip it hard like that, because we have more partials that we can hit on the way down and get that rip sound to happen. If it's lower, then I tend to half valve it and kind of follow the lead player. If I'm playing a fourth part or something, I'll follow my lead player then appropriately with more of a half valve. While he's ripping, I'm half valving underneath him and following what he's doing. So that's the swing section.